We get some challenging situation when we compare very large quantities. To get simple relation between two or more quantities, we use ratio, which is defined as comparison of two quantities of same type and unit. Ratio tells us about how many parts of one quantity in another quantity. Ratio between two quantities is written in fraction form. We start with simple example of finding ratio between two numbers. Here 15 and 30 are two numbers whose ratio is obtained by dividing 15 with 30, which gives us 1/2, which is written in ratio form as 1:2. In second example, Ali and Eliza has 1000 and 500 respectively, whose ratio is 2:1, which means Ali has double the amount of Eliza. When ratios are not in same units, then we convert them into same unit to obtained ratio, as in example 1 kilogram and 900 grams are given. First convert 1 kilogram into grams, which are 1000 grams, and then dividing both quantities we get 10:9. Ratio can be simplified only if both numbers are divisible by same number. In daily life, ratio is used to distribute gain or loss with respect to the ratio partners have in investment, etc. That's why ratio is very important in business partnership. For example, distribute 6,000 profit among two partners which has 2:1 in profit shares. To solve this, we first find total ratio, which is equal to sum of ratios. Here total ratio is equal to 1 plus 2, which is equal to 3. So first partner share will be his ratio divided by total ratio and then multiply with total profit. Partner A profit will be 4,000 by simplification, whereas partner B profit is found by dividing his ratio, which is 1, with the total ratio and then multiply by total profit, and after simplifying we get 2,000. In another example, we find amount of Ali and Musa in 100,000 investment in a company with share ratio of 2:3. We will stick with the basics of finding ratio and again find first sum of ratios, and then by dividing Ali and Musa share with total ratio and multiplying with investment we get both Ali and Musa share amount. Ali amount in investment is found by dividing his ratio, which is 2, with total ratio, which is 5, and then multiplying with investment, which is 1 lakh, and we get 40,000, which is Ali invested. Musa amount is also obtained by same way, but this time we put Musa ratio, which is 3, and keep other values same, and we get 60,000, which is amount that Musa invested. Every time when we distribute anything among partners, we do two steps. One step is to find sum of ratios, and the second step is putting individual partner ratio in equation where total ratio divides it to give answer. Now we summarize the whole concept by giving properties of ratio. Ratio has no unit, as both quantities on division cancel their units. Ratio of two numbers, let A and B, can be written in fraction form. Through ratio we can understand relation between two quantities by knowing how much part of one quantity are in other. Ratio exists only if we have two quantities of same type and unit. For example, we cannot find ratio between 1 kilogram apple and 1 dozen banana. Let find ratio among more than two quantities. Here ratio is given between income, expenses and saving. As in question 9,000, income is given whose 2/3 parts equal to expenses, which is written as 2/3 into 9,000, and on division we get 6,000 as expenses. To find saving we have condition in question, which is that 1/4 of income is equal to saving. To solve this we put saving equal to 1/4 into 9,000, which becomes 9,000 divided by 4, and we get 2,250 as saving. Now we have three quantities. Income equals to 9,000, saving is equal to 2,250, whereas expenses equal to 6,000. Write all three quantities in ratio and then divide them with highest common factor, which is 50 for them. After dividing we get 200 ratio 120 ratio 45, which is still divisible by same number, which is 5, and after that we get 40 ratio 24 ratio 9, which is not divisible more. So here we get one more point, that every time we have to simplify the quantities to find ratio among them. First find their highest common factor. It is that highest number which can divide all the given quantities. In next video we will learn concept of proportion.